I grab some of this?
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, on the 22nd of September to the Cambridge Raceway in Cambridge, Waikato. Iron Fist 4 joined with you tonight from Glad Rap Channel, the lawyer, the Oceania champ, Joshua Nika and Isaac Savage. Welcome tonight, Joshua.
Thank you. Great to be here. Main event coming up.
First up, out of the red corner, we've got Tessa Tualevau versus Lani Daniels for the Probox Super Middleweight Championship. Someone is going to walk home with the strap tonight, Josh.
They sure are. And I saw the strap before. It looks great. I'd love to carry it home.
Cairo George showing it off, wishing he could take it home himself. He's already got enough belts.
Yeah, he was looking quite attached to that belt, wasn't he? He was putting it over his shoulder, loving it.
Trying to get a few photos before he goes over to Singapore.
Yeah.
Tessa Tualevau out of South Auckland League R, trained by Terry T. Very good kickboxing gym, now making their way into boxing. Lani Daniels, no stranger to the boxing ring. Few fights up her sleeve. She's coming in at light heavy, trained by John the Rebel Conway out of Tukaha Boxing.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please be upstanding for the national anthem of New Zealand.
National anthem time.
This is Tessa Tualevau. Introducing Lani Daniels.
Lani Daniels, the current NZPBA champ. But Tessa coming into this fight with 7 kickboxing fights, 7 wins, 4 losses. So she's got a few fights up her sleeve. No stranger to danger in the ring. Now she's fighting for the strap. Lani Daniels, Tessa Tualevau. Who's going to take this home, Josh? This is going to be an absolute war.
I don't know Tessa well here. Let's see what she's got. I know Lani, and she's a skillful boxer. So, yeah, I mean, I'm expecting to see Lani Daniels' skills on display.
I always love seeing kickboxers come forward against boxers. They can't move sometimes as dynamically as the boxers, but what they make up for that is aggression.
And toughness. They're often so tough.
Tessa now using a good double jab to come forward and creep to pierce the guard there of Lani, but Lani's very good as well. Just missing there with the jab though. Double jab there from Tessa, very aggressive. Oh, holding the guard down. I wouldn't be advising that too early in the fight.
That would be negligent advice if you were to advise that.
Especially so early for an 8-rounder. Don't forget, folks, this is an 8-rounder, not a 3, not a 5, not a 6. 8 rounds for the strap. The Probox Super Middleweight Women Championship of New Zealand. Nice double jab there from Lani Daniels. You know, we talk about the feeling out rounds, and as we get into these pro ranks, this is what we see. We don't see them coming out wildly, trying to take each other's head off in the first round. They play it safe, they feel each other out, find that range.
That's right. When the stakes are this high, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks.
But I do love the aggression there from Tessa. Look at that ducking, that bobbing and weaving, coming forward, getting out of the way of Lani's very precise jabs.
Yeah. It's kind of a bit David Tua-esque, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good way to describe Tessa's style. But it's
So
working
she's-
for it. It's really working.
She's looking good so far. I'm a bit impressed. Even the jab's a little bit David Tua-ish.
Yeah, lunging forward, putting your head back and just throwing everything to the left.
Not that David Tua threw the jab much, but, you know.
Very sharp, you know, and it must be all those kickboxing fights. You know, you've got to watch out from all angles, knees, elbows, kicks, punches. Nice feint, nice parry. You know, she's looking like, not. You know, you see her sometimes, the kickboxers coming in a little bit out of their depth. She didn't look out of her depth in this first round.
No, not at all. No. It's interesting for a kickboxer to see that much head movement side to side. I mean, I went to a kickboxing gym recently, and I saw them talking about the dangers of moving your head on the outside of a punch, because sometimes a kick might come behind that punch you're trying to move your head to the side of.
Exactly, and you might move into the punch or the kick or the knee.
That's right, the kick or the knee. So discouraging head movement, whereas perhaps it could be a reason why she came to boxing from kickboxing, because we're seeing a lot of head movement from her, and it's really effective in boxing.
You make a good point there, because if you do bob and weave, especially with the head, you can grab the head and knee in kickboxing, whereas in boxing that never happens, and usually kickboxers don't move their head like what we're seeing Tessa do today.
Yeah, maybe she's quite well suited to the boxing game.
And some people just pick it up. Some people adjust accordingly, and that's what we're seeing tonight. But we've still got 7 rounds to go. You know, Lani's been here before. She's been in deep water. Let's see if Tessa can keep pushing forward with the foot on the gas in these later rounds. But I do like what I'm seeing so far. I do like how she's coming forward like that David Tua-esque style of bobbing and weaving and being very aggressive with every shot. See there, Lani just starting to pick her shots. Getting a little bit out of the range there now of Tessa. Just using those angles as well. You know, step back on that back foot, then come forward with the 1-2.
Yeah, that's how I expect Lani to have her best success, is in and out, angles,
Because
straight
at the
shots.
end of the day, if this does go the distance, it's going to be the points. You know, the ring craft of Lani
sure
that
you
could
wanna-
win it, take it forward.
For sure, you want to bag those points. See, this is ring control, and it's going to tire out her opponent. You know, the feints and the jabs.
Big overhand rights there, and big the aggression there from Tessa.
Yeah, some good hooks coming back. There you go. We talk about her being David Tua-esque. Those hooks are very David Turner.
Beautiful. Look at that combo there.
Love
Double jab and then followed up with uppercuts and body shots.
Yeah, some dangerous looking hooks there.
And this is one thing the kickboxers bring to the table. They don't throw things as orthodoxly as a boxer would. You know, they throw punches and bunches and from all sorts of weird angles, and
they definitely keep things interesting.
And there's not much tying up too with these two fighters. Sometimes you see a lot of hugging, a lot of resting. Very aggressive round. It's a challenging one to score, and
it is. Yeah, I mean, I like Lani's control for the probably the bigger part of that round, but the stuff that Tessa was doing I think it was more significant than what Lani was doing. Hard to call. It might come back to what the judges subjectively like. I mean, what styles do they like? In terms of like effective punches, it was a close round.
That's why we do have a few different judges tonight on different angles. And yeah, there's been some interesting decisions tonight. You know, one way we thought a fighter won and the other didn't. And hey, sometimes what the judges see and what they're scoring the fight on. Here we go for round number 3. Such a close technical fight so far, Josh.
This is what you want, an interesting fight, interesting styles clashing, high level of skill.
Both girls looking so sharp. You know, with the at times the corporate fighters or people that haven't had too many fights, they're looking a little bit worse for wear by this round, but these girls look like they're just starting to get warmed up.
And they have to be as well, because it's 8 rounds.
Well, I wouldn't be advising that,
down,
but hey, if she can do it and not get punched.
It's almost like a statement to the judges and to your opponent if you put your hands down and don't get hit.
Does it get you any points, or just bring up the confidence?
Potentially, because the judges are only human, and if they can see you controlling things, the statement is that I'm in control. I'll have my hands up when I want to have my hands up. I'll put them down when I want to put them down. I'm not going to get hit. I'm in control. So it is a statement. So it's ring control in a way.
You're seeing too the boxing finesse come through slightly more now from Lani Daniels. She'll come forward, Tessa will, but Lani will move back and step off to angles, which isn't so, regularly used by the kickboxers. They don't work those angles. They just come forward, go back, and Lani Daniels, if she keeps doing that, will slightly edge forward. You know, it's one thing ducking the head, Josh, but if you don't move the feet as well, the foot movement in boxing is just so different.
Yeah, it is, yeah. That's something. It's such a different part of the game for kickboxers, because they're often, thinking about kicks coming their way, thinking about throwing kicks, and they can't just plant their feet in the same way.
Andy Jack, let's go!
And you see Lani throw, move back, and then either step to the left, usually the left, and throw another shot off as well, which is just boxing 101, and it's probably racking up the points more so in this round.
Yeah. I've got Lani winning that round comfortably there. Good ring control. Good straight shots.
If we were marking on aggression, it would be all Tessa, but unfortunately we're marking on points and shots landed, so I have to agree with you on that one, Josh.
Yeah.
Still, we're only coming on after this round. Still be only just over the halfway mark, and a lot can change. Just like a game of two halves. Not even halfway yet.
No. 3 rounds down. Round 4 coming up.
Lani looking absolutely supercharged, running out, touch dubs and then straight into it, looking fresh, gas for weeks. She's just getting started, Josh.
And it's a statement to your opponent as well. Looking keen at the start of a round. Not showing any discouragement, not showing any fatigue, even if you feel it. Some good straight shots there from Lani, some good hooks coming back.
Liking the hooks there from Tessa. But great jabs there. Just look, moving, throwing, boom, boom, jab, getting out of the way, racking up those points, putting scores on doors.
She's quite active, Lani, in this fight. Some good activity.
It's actually quite nice to watch. She's got a very beautiful technical style.
Yeah, she does, yeah.
And she's, this ain't her first rodeo. She's jumped in with, a few of the best. And she's certainly showing her boxing skill tonight.
Tell you what, those straight right hands are finding a home. Yeah, there you go, another good right hand.
And that's the thing, though. You can bob and weave and duck. But if you don't get out of the way of those punches, unfortunately, they're just going to land and it's going to rack up the points.
Uppercut now.
Moving again. Got clipped, though.
Some good shots coming back at her. Didn't seem too bothered by them, Lani Daniels, but she got hit with a good one.
Great shot again there from Tessa, but Lani Daniels landing more punches and bunches. Probably to take that round out again, but still a well evenly contested fight.
No, make no mistake, it's a competitive fight, well contested on both sides. We're halfway through now. I've got Lani perhaps winning 3 rounds to 1. Let's see who's got more on the gas tank.
Now we've reached the halfway point. Both girls have got a bit of a sweat on, but still 4 rounds to go. And what looks to be a war of attrition, a boxer versus kickboxer. Who's going to take that strap home? Is it going to go back to South Auckland or to Kaha Boxing, Lani Daniels?
Pippi Y. Where is Pippi Y?
Good question. I'll have to look that up on Google Maps in between rounds.
I see Lani's got Pippi Y Bush on her singlet. Somewhere she wants to represent.
Just as we say this is a war of attrition and halfway through, I'm seeing a lot more aggression now from Tessa coming forward, being a bit more of the aggressor, trying to counter every shot with left, right hooks.
Shots coming back, some good David Tua quality shots.
Lani using those angles. She knows that's going to win her this fight if she keeps out of the way of that danger. Big uppercut there, just missing. Another left hook. Lani using that range beautifully to get out of the way of that danger.
Yeah, she's old Tessa's missing a few there, and it doesn't look good in terms of the judges' impressions when you miss a shot and then get hit by a nice straight shot right afterwards. So Lani's doing well to control things in that way, making Tessa miss with a shot.
It's almost
straight away.
Lani has got a sort of Mayweather-ish style, how she's moving the way she is tonight, getting out of the way of those shots. Even like you said earlier, Lomachenko. Oh, beautiful head movement there though from Tessa, making Lani miss. We've got a war on our hands tonight, Josh. This is an absolute banger. Both girls coming forward.
It's a good one.
Big shot there from Tessa. Lani Daniels coming forward there, landing a couple of punches just near the end of the round.
Yeah.
Interesting thing about this fight, of what I've noticed too, about the faces of both fighters. You know, you sometimes get to a male fight of, later rounds, round 5, 6. They've got a few mouses, got a few cuts. Both girls looking physically okay at this stage.
Yeah. I mean, like, it looks like there's plenty on the shots, but like not enough to mark up the, either of their faces. They're staying pretty. I guess they're doing well to avoid head clashes. I mean, I think if you've got two fighters with the same style as Tessa, then you're more likely to get to head clashes, but I think Lani's style is in and out kind of way. She's in and out, and she's not really engaging in that kind of head-to-head colliding stuff.
She's very skilled, moving those angles and just keeping out of range of those dangerous hooks, but occasionally she will get caught. We are round 6 now, 3 to go. Getting closer to the championship rounds, as they say.
I guess in this fight that would be 7 and 8, wouldn't it?
Yes, and we're still obviously going to the 6 now. Both girls showing like they've got a lot left in the gas tank. You know, obviously Tessa holding that guard down a little bit low, but not because she's tired. Maybe to at times make a statement.
Tell you what, if I had $1 each time Lani lands that nice little jab, I might be able to buy a new Holden.
Beautiful choice of words then. You see that uppercut, she went back on her back foot, then threw forward for right, landing. She's just showing some really beautiful boxing skills here. Boxing 101 there from Lani Daniels. Whoa! Comes forward again.
Some good sportsmanship by Lani to not throw that back of the head shot that was clearly on offer.
Lani looked like she's really getting in control of this fight now, finding a range, looking very comfortable.
From what I've seen, like these fighters that rely on that kind of explosive go forward, hooks kind of style of fighting, as the fight goes on, it takes more of a toll on your energy systems.
Well, if that's the only trick in your bag, it makes things a little bit harder. If you're coming forward and left-right hooks is one of your last moves in a game of chess like this, it's going to make things harder, especially in later rounds. But that right hook narrowly missing the head of Lani Daniels.
She's landing some good-looking shots, Tessa. The only issue is like the 3 or 4 shots that are getting, she's getting tagged with between them.
It's a good point to make, and we're going to the championship rounds. See a slight swelling there on the face of Tessa. Maybe it's the angle, but they have gone 6 rounds already, throwing punches and bunches at each other. Pretty abnormal not having any injuries this far.
Yeah. I think that's largely to do with the lack of head clashes, which is great to see. When you got 2 fighters, this is the first fight tonight where they haven't had headgear on,
and it's been one of the safest.
Yeah, well, see, it kind of supports my not liking headgears. In saying that, I've had some head clashes in boxing without headgear.
Instant cut, or about above the eye, or
above
the brow.
I got 2 bad cuts on my eyebrows. One was from football, soccer, and one was from boxing. Sparring a Japanese guy over in the World Champs.
Doesn't sound like a fun experience. Stitches needed.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, there hasn't been too many, from what I've seen tonight, stitches at all, and
it's good work.
Potentially won't see any in this fight, but there's still 2 rounds to go. Yep,
2 rounds. Don't speak too soon. We talked about the commentator's curse. You don't want to curse them with a cut.
Lani Daniels using those angles, using her boxing, just jabbing now, firing off shots at will. Looking in complete control at this stage, Josh.
Yeah, she is, yep. Now she's really getting into her work. Getting those matador shots in and moving off afterwards.
Just as we say that though, Tessa comes through like she heard us. Left, right, body shots. One to the bread basket, one to the head.
Yeah, this is classic bull and matador stuff. So if the bull hits the matador, I have to say that I think the bull hurts the matador more, but the matador is just getting more work in.
So would you say Tessa is the bull and Lani is the matador?
Absolutely. So perhaps those hooks that Tessa's throwing are more hurtful than the jabs and the straight right hands that Lani's dishing out. But
Nice little
they're
body
just
shot there from Lani.
not quite as many of them.
Tessa trying to finish a bit more aggressively in that last round, but
There is
Lani,
one round to go. I think Tessa's going to need to turn things around with a big round here if she's going to have any chance of winning here.
All right, here we are, seconds out for the 8th and final round. What a fight it's been so far. Tessa Tualevau from South Auckland Liga against Lani Daniels out of Tukaha Boxing. This is for the strap, the Probox Super Middleweight Championship. Everything's on the line here. Tessa really needs to come out. She needs to stand and bang. She needs to drop Lani to take this home.
Ooh, there you go. Some good shots there thrown by Tessa. Tell you what, if the fight keeps going as it has been, you've got to say that Lani is 3 minutes away from taking that strap home. She'd be a happy woman.
And saying that we've got 2.5 to go, 2.5 to go. Anything can happen in 1 second, especially with those wild hooks.
Yeah, tell you what, like,
And strength of Tessa, the bull.
see with the amount of intent on those hooks she's throwing.
Once again, big left hook there. Lani will really want to be keeping out of danger. Does she want to push to the limits, push the boundaries, and go toe-to-toe with the bull?
Well, you'd hope so. And as a fan, you'd love to see that.
Just as we said that, Lani threw a bit of a power shot of her own, but took one on the chin.
But if she
Tessa,
wanted to-
Tessa coming forward.
That's right.
Who wants it? Who wants this more? Does Tessa want to bring this back home to South Auckland, to the gym, add another strap to their wall of belts?
All right, what can Tessa do to change this? See, she's doing the right thing. She's stalking. She's looking for that big shot, which she needs.
Big hook there
you go,
from
big hooks.
Tessa. Huge shot.
And her corner are excited about that.
Terry
corner
T
wants
looks
more.
like he wants to jump in the ring himself.
Yeah, her corner wants more. More of that.
The crowd wants more. We want more. We want to see this go more rounds.
One more round.
Good aggression there from Lani, giving it back.
Big hook still coming from Tessa. She's got 10 seconds.
We're going down to the final bell. This has gone the distance. Who wants this? Who's taking it home, Josh?
I think Lani might. Brilliant fight though.
Great fight.
Tessa
Great
fought hard.
effort.
She fought well.
What a performance from both these females tonight at Iron Fist 4 at the Cambridge Raceway. What a finale that was, Josh. They threw down boxing versus kickboxing in a super middleweight showdown.
How good was that?
Great fight.
Awesome.
Great fight, ladies. Great fight.
Here we go now to Dan Hennessy for the official decision.
Well, they've got 8 rounds worth of scorecards to count up. See if it takes a bit longer.
All right, fighters to the second ring, please.
Dan Hennessy to make it official. Who's getting the strap?
Where's this belt going?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of professional Supermiddle boxing action, we go to the judges for Probox for decision, where we find a unanimous decision winner. And new Probox female Supermiddleweight champion, fighting in the blue corner.
There you have it. New Probox Super Middleweight Women's Champion of New Zealand, Lani Daniels.
Well done to Lani Daniels, and well done to Tessa. Tessa Tualevau, making it a brilliant fight and awesome for us to watch.
Well done to both fighters. Both can be proud. Onwards, upwards for both them, but Lani Daniels emerges victorious as the new Probox Super Middleweight Female Champion of New Zealand.
And the belt is going to Tukaha Boxing.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What a night of fights it's been at Iron Fist 4. Proudly brought to you by NJE Promotions, Glad Rap Channel, Josh Nika and Isaac Savage. That's us. What a great night of fights. Until next time.